Well, guess we're not going to change that. My bad. I guess we don't need to change it. Let's see. Oh no. I might have to edit something. We'll see what happens. Hello, everybody. Come on. I didn't get to edit the name of the live like I wanted to, and I also didn't get to edit the viewer wishes thing, so that's a bummer in itself. Do. My favorite youth pastor's in the house. Hello, Sarah. How are you, my friend? Hello. Hello, everybody. I was thinking about it, but I don't know if it's worth it. I am gonna test something. I am fabulous. Welcome back, Argenti. Hello, my friend. Hi, Dave Tom Frog. I am fabulous. Thank you for asking. I do believe I'm gonna test a theory. Jackson, you're testing my patience. Stop. My theory. We're gonna try this one because I didn't use it yesterday. So let's see. Oh, I am fabulous, Argenti. How are you? No, written tests are boring. Text multiple choice is also a good one. Bum. Okay. Does everybody let me do this? So first off, hi, I hope you're having a fabulous day. Don't forget a couple things. One, alignment audits are 33 dull hairs until January 10th. It tells you what's in your energy for 2026, what your guides want you to know, and a ritual for you to do. If you are someone who has purchased one of those, or you purchase one now between now and the 10th, you're going to get entered into a thing for you to potentially get one of the soul design mini reports. So that is one of the newer things as far as that goes. The full moon meditation, first off, couple things. I don't do predictions, especially about terrible events. It's also weird for you to come to somebody in America and say, why didn't you predict a disastrous event on the other side of the world, Dr. Thurman? So I hope you have a beautiful day. Maybe you can find the cure for cancer. Anyway, moving on. Yes, that word. So, if you are someone who gets a alignment audit, you will be entered into that thing to get a soul design. So, check out the alignment audits. If you want to see what they look like, I would also be more than happy to show you one. Now, here's the fun part. Is there anyone who would like their oracle card today who has not had one? Thank you, Argenti. Some people are tough. Oh, I have like a stuck burp now. Argenti, would you like your card for the day, my friend? I'd be happy to pull it for you. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got. This is the Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Ken, thanks for the heart me. Thank you. This is actually my second live of the day. So I did earlier. Thank you for asking. All right, let's see. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears, and your flesh. The Water Guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within the depths to understand your emotions. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if you are joyous or sad, they are all powerful messengers that allow you to understand what you want and need. Take time to breathe and acknowledge them and let them flow through you rather than crash down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. Hello, Courtney, you beautiful boo thing. How are you? Argenti, that was fabulous. That was fab. Oh, I hope everyone's having a beautiful Sunday. It feels like a Monday for me for some reason. You're very, very welcome. I keep checking myself that it's not Monday. I don't know why I feel like it is. Tanya, thanks for hanging out with me, my friend. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. We're hanging out. We're doing oracle cards. If you're someone who would like one, I would be happy to pull one for you. As always, I have 6. Hello from Ireland. It is nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. My Christmas was fabulous. Tanya, how was yours? So as always, there are 6 spots available for readings on live stream every day. Whether you want to do spirit guides, past life readings, or energy work, that is what we are hanging out with. Also, if you want to know what is in your energy for 2026, feel free to check out the alignment audit. It is, oh my goodness, nobody here hates Jesus, and no one here is worshiping the devil either. Hey, try being like Jesus. Have a great day. Anyway, back to the conversation. So, what a fucking day, dude. If you're someone who has bought the alignment audit or you're planning on grabbing one, you will be entered into a party to win a soul design mini read. So, check it out. I try, Argenti. You can't feed into it. That's one of the hardest parts. All right, Tanya, I'm going to do Sabrina's and then I'm coming to you. And I'm going to also to Courtney. So let's see. What do I have for Sabrina today? The Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Oh, that's a good idea. You know what, Dave Tom Frog? I might have to add Jesus to the list of blocked things, I guess. Welcome with open arms, opportunities to give and receive love. You're selling lint removers? Bro, what is going on? You are lovable, and loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling all around you, encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know that you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and receive love. If you're finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. Learn to receive and don't try to do everything on your own. Sabrina, that was fabulous. Thank you for the rose. You lit liquor. All right, what do I got for Tanya? And then I'm coming to Courtney. Let's see. Tanya, this is the spring card. See your seeds grow. Sabrina, thanks for letting me pull it for you, my friend. You are ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you're moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth, and if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. When the spring card arrives in this position of a spread, it can indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question. Sarah, thanks for the heart me. That was fab. All right, I'm going to Courtney and then I'm going to Sarah. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Don't forget, the alignment audit is 33 doll hairs. If you are someone who has purchased them at all, you will be entered into a party to see if you are going to win the Soul Design Mini Report. So you have until the 10th of January to grab an alignment audit. So feel free to check it out. Ooh. Courtney, left or right, my friend? Hello, Phil. Left or right? I knew you were going to pick that. It's the Smexy Time Passion Friend. It's the Fire Guardian. All right, let's see. I forgot the alphabet again. The Fire Guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Allow the Fire Guardian to help you awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires. When this card appears, you're reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely is encouraged by spirit. That was fabulous. Courtney, love that. I feel like you've been trying to reignite your passions lately. All right. Sarah, what do I got for you today? What you want? Bet if I got it. This is the High Priest. Intend and create. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you're being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand, and then watch what happens right before your eyes. Do we have a ring update, Courtney? Do we have an update on the ring situation? Sarah, that was a good one. Thank you for letting me pull it for you. Do. All right, ready? We're going to test a theory, everybody. Okay. We shall see. Oh, we fell back to D1. Bummer. Should have known that was going to happen. I hope everyone's having a beautiful... Oh, the ring. The ring update. Have we found anything related to the ring yet, by chance? The music is not very loud today. I feel like we gotta pump up the vibe or something in this establishment. Let's see. Let's see.
That's been on your radar. Next up, I got Ella Langley and some others with that same kind of feel.
Oh, I like this song. The one ring to rule them all. For some reason, I was about to go like this, but that's Infinity Stones. That's fair. I don't blame you at all. Did you get a chance to check the car, Cord? Hi, Mia. How are you? Getting back to Abilene. That kind of spark, Texas, I can tell by the way he's been stepping in the room. Okay, that's fair. Too bad there, maybe a flashlight in the nighttime, like Ken said. I do individual oracle pulls for people, Mia. If you would like one, I would be more than happy to pull one for you. Hello, Megan. How are you? Drinking Jack all by myself. He's choosing Texas, I can tell. I am fabulous. Thank you for asking. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day wherever you may be out there in the ether. Gems, thanks for the follow, my friend. I do not do yes and no questions, but I'm sending you all the love in the world. I would like to remind everybody of a couple things. Okay, squirrel. So, these are what I would like to remind you of. 1, tomorrow is movie night. Breezy, thanks, my friend. I'm a big fan. I tried the neon purple, but it was too blue for me. Leah, thanks for the heart me. So, tomorrow is the birthday movie. It is Venom. We are watching that. Then, Tuesday is birthday craft night. So if you are someone who wants to come craft with us, feel free to come do that. It's my birthday. And then what else? If you are someone who has bought an alignment audit you're entered into a party to win a Soul Design mini report, and you have until the 10th to grab one of those alignment audits if you haven't already. So feel free to check it out. Feel free to come hang out with us, guys. All the links are in the bio, whether you want to come hang out with us in the Discord, wherever. This is a space for everyone to learn and grow together, no matter what part of your spiritual journey that you are on. So if you have never seen me before, it is really nice to meet you. My name is Molly. I crawled out of the spiritual closet in February to start helping people bridge the gap between spiritual connection and human connection. So I do mediumship, energy work, past live work, spirit guide stuff, just a whole bunch of things. But my real goal in life is to help you bridge the gap, and that is building the connection back to yourself. So feel free, come hang out with us whenever you would like to. What's your question, Breezy? Leah, thanks for the populars. Is there anyone who has not had an oracle card for the day who would like one? Enigma, thanks for the follow, my friend. Breezy, that's a bummer, my friend. Did it start happening after something happened? Like, was there some kind of event that started that to become a thing? Happy Sunday, friends. Don't forget the full moon guided meditation and healing is on Wednesday, because Wednesday is the full moon. Breezy, have you ever had energy work done at all? Would you like an energy reading? I would love to offer you one if you would like one. Welcome in, Ellie. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Sunday. Breezy, do I have your permission to come over into your energy and look around? Do you deal with stomach issues? Do you also deal with, I think it's more than that, but do you deal with headaches? The third, Leah. Hi, Hannah. Breezy, let me ask you another question. Do you feel alone a lot? Like, is loneliness something that you struggle with? Do you sometimes feel like you have an elephant sitting on your chest, but there's nothing there? Can I ask you another question? Did you have a very traumatic early childhood, like before the age of 4? Yeah. I can take the rain on the roof of this empty house. That don't bother me. I can take a few tears now and then and just let them out. Do you color as a coping skill? Do you deal with lower back pain? Okay, I'm gonna ask you something. Do you also find that, do you, I don't know how else to say this. Do you have a fear of being seen? Do you know what I mean by that? Does your, do you have an issue, Breezy, with your mom? Hi, Claire. Okay. Breezy, this is my thought, okay? I'm just gonna rapid fire tell you all the things, okay, that I'm looking at right this second. Your belly, not so great. Your solar plexus, pretty blocked. Your sacral chakra, pretty blocked. Your heart space, though, is like wide open. It's leaking all over the place. I have a feeling that you take care of everybody. And I also have this innate feeling that there have been certain people in your life who have taken advantage of that, and they still do. There are people who it looks like have tried to exploit your kindness, but then there are other people who just hate you for being a kind, loving person, and they're mean. That's the easiest way I can say it. So a couple things. While it is good to have an open heart space, we gotta close it, because you're gonna leak all over everybody and you're not gonna have any for yourself. The other thing that I'm gonna say is there's a real big wound around your mom. And what I feel the need to tell you is that things don't change, but you can. Does that make sense? So, Breezy, let me ask you this. Would you like to do some energy work to close this and move some of that stuff around? We got to figure out what the fear is, though, because I think I know what it is. Let me ask you a question. If I said to you, do you feel safe in your own body? Is the answer no? Okay. All right. Breezy, we're going to do this. It's going to be real quick, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes with me. I'm not even going to do anything. I want you to close your eyes. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that out of either your butt cheeks, if you're sitting, or if you're sitting, or the bottom of your feet, I want you to imagine that there are two ginormous golden roots that are climbing out of your feet and going straight into the earth. I have a feeling you feel nauseous every single day. Like, I have a feeling you wake up every day and you want to puke. Okay, so this is what I'm going to suggest to you. I would look into grounding exercises, Breezy. The other thing I will say is that trauma therapy is something I will always recommend to the whole world. Energy work is a beautiful thing, and shadow work is too, but sometimes we need some extra help to move some of that stuff along. So my two suggestions to you, Breezy, are this. One, look up some grounding exercises, whether it's here. TikTok has a ton of them. I think I have some on here. And what I would do before you go to bed is I would simply ask your spirit guides to be with you in your sleep and see how it goes. Because I have a feeling that's something that will actually make a first change. Because I have a feeling you anticipate the nightmare. So what I would do is I would ask your guides to help protect you from it. And I would also start learning to ground your energy, because it'll really help you feel safer in your body. That goes for everybody. If you're someone who you feel the urge that you constantly want to run out of your body, like you want to escape it, you gotta ground yourself, because that's why you feel that way. I want you to imagine that your meat suit is empty, okay? And I want you to imagine that your soul is in there and it's bouncing around. Bink, 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 bink. And no wonder it wants to get out. You have to give it something else to do. So I'm telling you, if you are someone who struggles with feeling like you need to escape your body, you need to run away from it, grounding is one of the most important things to start doing. It's like the very bare basic. It is the easiest way to start reconnecting in to your nervous system, right? Because I can't tell you how many people I have taught, whether we're in workshops, whether we're in ether classes, and when we get to the part of understanding energetic feelings, I can't tell you how many people will experience an energetic sensation and then they'll look at me and go, that's just my anxiety. No, it isn't. What we've come to the conclusion of as a society is if we experience a sensation that we don't understand, it's automatically deemed anxiety. It isn't. But we don't sit with ourselves long enough to understand it. That's why you go to a doctor, they don't know what's wrong with you. Anxiety. It's not. It's so much deeper than that. But we are such a shallow society that we don't spend the time to cultivate relationships with ourselves, let alone other people. We just want stuff right now. Gotta do it right then and there. And it's like, it just doesn't function that way. So Breezy, I'm sending you all the love in the world, my friend. My biggest suggestion to you is to ground and start there, truthfully. I'm sending you all the love in the world. But what I will tell you is this. We've had a lot of people come into this collective since February, and a lot of people were afraid to sleep. They needed to veil themselves in their sleep. And they are now to the point where they are doing their own energy work every day and they sleep peacefully. And I'm telling you, if you put the effort into yourself to do that, you will notice a night and day difference. But you are not your trauma, my friend. You are worthy of so much more. So I hope you know that. I hope you know that. All right, I'm getting out of here. 1 second. Hello, everybody. If I haven't said hello to you yet, hello. Hello. Happy Sunday. It is beautiful to meet you if I've never met you before. My name is Molly. I crawled out of the spiritual closet in February to start helping people bridge the gap between spiritual connection and genuine human connection. So thanks for hanging out with me. Breathy. Wow, Molly. Breezy, I am honored that you gave me the ability to come into your energy. And I'm also honored that you trusted me with that. So thank you, truthfully. It is always an honor and a privilege when you guys allow me into your energy. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off so I can freely talk for just 1 second. Walk around smelling like a come up and the answers to her problems, and I'm not him, I don't mind it though. Like me how you think you do, I like it though. I know I'm fine. Jack. Okay, so while I just don't want to get in trouble, guys, so give me 1 second to get rid of this so I can speak freely. Bum. Okay, so a couple things. It is Sunday, so we earlier we did the second Patreon readings and energy work for the month. Also, the new shadow work journal comes out in Patreon this month. The new archetype comes out this month. The new full moon meditation is on Wednesday. And then a new podcast episode comes out on Friday. So a ton of stuff going on over in the Patreon. 2, if you are someone who's been thinking about getting an alignment audit, they are $33 and they're available until the 10th. If you are someone who has already purchased one, or you do purchase one before the 10th of January, you're entered into a party to win your mini soul design report. So that is something that is there. So if you are someone who hasn't got your alignment yet and you've been thinking about getting it, there is now a second add-on for all of you, because I really just wanted to find a way to give back. So if you are someone who buys an alignment audit between the time it opened and January 10th, you'll be entered into that waffle for the soul design report. Hello, Monica. Hello, Melissa. Claire, thanks, Boo. Thanks for being patient with me too. Claire, let me do your oracle card for the day. So, and then don't forget, wow, Molly. Monday, so tomorrow is movie night. It is Venom. And then Tuesday is my birthday. So we will be hanging out on here. We're probably going to just, I don't know, hang out, eat some cake, do whatever. And then birthday craft night is on Tuesday. So if you are someone who wants to come hang out and craft, feel free to come hang out with us in the Discord. The other thing I will let you know is I did go through the Discord today. No hard feelings. If you were someone who didn't react in time, or you did react and you accidentally got kicked out, just send another invite. I promise you can come back in. I was just trying to, before the end of the new year, get rid of all of the inactive stuff. So I promise it was not personal. It's really all just an energy exchange. I don't know. If you type with that many hearts, I couldn't tell you. All right. Let's see. I'm going to Claire, Melissa, and Monica. So let's see. And don't forget too, if you are someone who wants to book an alignment audit, they're not on the phone and they're not on video call. It's a literal report that I do for you. So whatever time you book it for is the time it magically will appear. It'll appear in your email. Claire, you're the bomb.com, my friend. You're doing amazing things. How's your grounding been going? Claire, this is the Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. You're being guided by your angels to connect with the powerful energy of desire at this time. If you've recently set an intention to explore your smexual side or become more smexually open, the fire of desire can burn away any old setbacks that are preventing you from experiencing that part of your nature. If you're in a relationship, this card can indicate a great spiritual and smexual connection. Gotta change the wording. All right, let's see, Melissa. Melissa, this is the summer card. Bask in joy and light. All right, let's see. Summer has always been recognized as a time for joy, going on adventures and making memories. Flowers are in full bloom, animals are enjoying the freedom of the wild summer days and nights, and people are taking holidays, basking in the sunshine and being lifted energetically. This is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Light has come to banish the darkness, and clarity is arriving too, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestor guides are encouraging you to enjoy this moment and not rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There's a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time. Notice what's coming to you, as it is an inspiration directly from the divine. Melissa, that was a good one. I love that. All right, Monica, my friend, coming to you. Let's see. You're the best, Claire. How's the future? Is it nice over there today? Monica, this is the Peacekeeper card. A harmonious resolution is possible. Thanks for the SpongeBob. Thanks for the heart, Claire. All right, let's see. You may be feeling on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to rise up, prove your point, and get the truth across, but you're being reminded by ancestor wisdom that truth will always be revealed in the end. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting a losing battle. There is much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and intuition that will lead you towards the healing of a whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted upon you. Oh, I don't blame you. It's a dreary day here. That was a beautiful card, Monica. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Sunday or Monday, wherever you may be on the earth. So I want to remind you of a couple things. One, if you are someone who has been curious about the alignment audits, I'm going to show you one. They're available until the 10th of January. And if you are someone who grabs one, you're entered into a waffle to win your soul design report. So they look like this. It tells you what's in your energy, what your guides want you to know, and then I put together a ritual for you to do going into 2026. Those are 33 doll hairs, and they arrive to you in your email in a pretty little report. So whatever time you book it for is the time the report will wind up in your email. So there is that. Don't forget the full moon meditation and healing is on Wednesday, and tomorrow is movie night in the Discord, and craft night is Tuesday for my birthday. Okay, oh my goodness. Hello, Michael. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Mike in the chat right now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike the Sean Dealer. Happy birthday to you. Ugh. All the Capricorns in the house today, everybody. Mike, do you want your card for the day? He's probably like, oh, I didn't expect that. Thank you. You're welcome. Singing's free. You just got to show up. Dice, thanks for the follow, my friend. All right, let's see. What do we have for the birthday guy today? What we got? This is the Shield Maiden card. Make plans and focus. Hello, Pamela. How are you? Pamela, you don't live in South Africa by chance, do ya? Take some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks you're taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and let your guides support you as you move forward. Mike, that was fabulous. Fab. So I hope everyone is having a beautiful Sunday. If you are someone who would like an oracle card and you haven't had one and you can't send a heart me, just let me know. I'd be happy to pull it for you. If you are someone who has purchased an alignment audit or you do purchase one before January 10th, you're entered into a waffle to win your soul design report. So feel free to go check out the alignment audit if you haven't, and if you would like to see it, I would be happy to show it to you. And if you would like to see what the soul design, what in the fuck is going on? If you would like to see the soul design report, just let me know. Apparently I can't speak today, so I apologize in advance. God, it's getting annoying. All right, let's see. Divine Goddess, welcome in, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Kristen, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. Christina, and then Divinely, would you like one as well? All right, Christina, what do I got? Christina, this is the Druid card. Hold the space. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. That was fab. Christina, thanks for letting me pull it for you. Divinely, thanks for the heart me. All right, let's see. What do I got for Divinely today? The She-Wolf card. Unleash the wild within. You are being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life you want is here. That was a good one. I haven't heard this song in a really long time. This is a good song to jam out to in the summertime. Okay, you are very welcome. So, friendly reminder, alignment audits are available until the 10th of January. If you are someone who has purchased one, you're entered into a waffle to win your soul design report. And don't forget, if you are someone who joins Soul Sanctuary, that is what you get as one of the first things when you join is your soul design report. And I'm trying to pull that up. 2 seconds. They look like this. They look like this, and then I go through your entire soul contract chart, and it's like the soul contract one's about 5 pages and the human design part of it is about 2 pages. So it gives you a ton of information on why you are who you are and how you're built and why you do things that you do. It's been super eye-opening for me and anyone else that I've done it for. So if you have questions about it, let me know. I would be happy to answer them. Is there anyone who hasn't had an oracle card yet who would like one? And then don't forget, I'm going to do the waffle for them on the 11th. So if you were someone who has bought an alignment audit or you buy one between now and the 10th, you'll be entered into that waffle to win one of those. All right, Marissa, let's see. And then don't forget, hold on. Okay, I lied. So, God. The full moon is on the 3rd, but the 3rd is not a Wednesday. The 3rd is a Saturday. So I just want to put that out there. I looked at the wrong calendar. So okay, hold on. Let me give you the list of events. Ready? Today, we're hanging out. We have 6 spots open for live readings. If you would, well, 5 spots open for live readings, and alignment audits and oracle cards. Tomorrow is movie night. We're watching Venom. Tuesday is my birthday, so we're not doing any spiritual anything. We will just be hanging out, having fun, eating cake, being normal people. I'm not doing anything on my birthday except just being on the physical plane and present with all of you. And then Wednesday is New Year's Eve. Thank you. Thursday is the 1st. So the shadow work journal comes out and the new archetype comes out and the new schedule for the month comes out. And then the new podcast is on the 2nd, which is Friday. And then the full moon meditation and healing is on Saturday. So that is the list of things for the week. All right, Marissa, let's see. Thank you for the birthday wish. So I'm going to do Marissa's and I'm going to Julie's. This is the Traveler. Move in new directions. Thank you. This shirt is super soft. That's like also my favorite part of it. The road you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You're also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way, you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. That was a good one, Marissa. All right, Julie, let's see. This is the summer card. Bask in joy and light. This is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Light has come to banish the darkness, and clarity is arriving too, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestor guides are encouraging you to enjoy the moment and not rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There is a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time, and notice what is coming to you, as it is an inspiration directly from the divine. When the summer card arrives in this position of a spread, it can also indicate that the coming summer will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intention. That was fab. Thanks for letting me pull it for you, Julie. Okay, so does anybody have questions for me about anything? I don't know, did you? Good question. Good question. I don't remember. Let's find out. This is the guardian angel. Let's see. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all of their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you're never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there's always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive the support, first ask for it, then surrender to the process, and know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Oh, girl, you're fine. I haven't really said much. I can't speak today. That's become very apparent. I want to say one word and my mouth says a different word. So that's going well. You are welcome. So do not forget. See what just happened again. So do not forget that if you are someone who has been debating getting an alignment audit, they're available until the 10th. And if you are someone who grabs one, you're entered into a waffle to win your soul design. Isn't it really early over there, Claire, still too? I also love this song. Oh yeah, it's early. What time did you get up? What was that? Yeah, that is early. Do you go to bed early? Oh, Monica, did you have trouble sleeping too? I fell asleep early last night, but it was like a short, early nap. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Monica. Do you want to do a past life reading? Thanks for the bubbly time. Oh, that is an early day. Girl, Leah, I said that same thing yesterday. I took a walk yesterday and I saw one dandelion and I was like, how? So I don't know how that happens. I really don't. But I definitely took a walk yesterday and totally saw it myself. Crazy. It's been so nice out. I think that's been like half the problem. I think it's been super nice out. Right. I don't think you're wrong. It's really dark out. Like it doesn't look like it's raining, but it's dark. Hi, Nourish and Flow. How are you, my friend? All right, let's see what we got. Ooh. Did you? Spirit knew. Left or right, Nourish? Angels up in the clouds, the ordinary. It is, Cheryl. It's rainy here. This is the Arrow card. Surround yourself with protective energy. If you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and goals or with kindness. Follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. If you can take time to retreat or to step out of the situation to assess what is going to be beneficial for you, do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and place yourself in a space that feels safe. That was a good one. Thanks for letting me pull it for you, Nourish. Ooh, that doesn't sound bad. You are so welcome, my friend. Hi, Libby. How are you, my friend? Monica, I don't know if you heard me, but do you want a past life reading? Cheryl, thanks for the rose. Cheryl, do you want an oracle card? How are you, Sober Ducky? All right, Cheryl, let's see. This is the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. You are the magic. You're the answer, and you have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason of focus, recognize that all you are powerful for, all that you have. Wow, hold on a second. Recognize that all you are looking for is already within you. You are powerful and a magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. That was a good one. Thanks for letting me pull it for you, Cheryl. All right, I'm going to Steph, and then I'm going to Sober Ducky. Let's see, Steph. Oh. This is the Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. You are being exposed to information and insights that will have a dramatic healing effect upon your life. If you're working through something mentally or emotionally, know that there are spiritual energies supporting your healing. If you're working through something that is physically challenging, pay particular attention to information that comes to you. If you feel inspired, insightful, and warm, it'll be supportive of your wellness. Your angels are here to remind you that your natural state is one of wholeness, and you're on the road to revealing that wholeness once more. Steph, that was fabulous. All right, Sober Ducky, I'm coming to you, my friend. You're welcome. Sober Ducky, this is the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you've surmounted and the strengths you've developed and the lessons you've learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths and in particular those aspects of yourself that have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. That was a good one. Magic marker has reached member level 11. Look at you get it. Sober Ducky, I hope you feel better, my friend. I hope you feel better. Okay, hey Dink. Oh, Nourish, I think you're all a blessing, truthfully. Hello, Emily. Hello. Dinky, do you want to do a past life reading? So here's my thing. I want to remind you guys that you are very welcome. My birthday is on Tuesday. So our Tuesday live stream, we're just going to hang out and talk shit and eat cake. We're not going to do readings or anything. So I just want to put that out there. Tomorrow is movie night. We're watching Venom for the birthday movie. If you want to come hang out, it's in the Discord. Tuesday night, we're doing a birthday craft night in Discord too. So come hang out. It's going to be a blast. We're just going to be present with each other on Tuesday, truthfully. If you are someone who has bought an alignment audit, whether you bought it when they came out or you buy one before January 10th, you're entered into a waffle to win your soul design report. So I wanted to kind of give back to those of you who are giving back to yourselves this holiday season. So there's that. And then do not forget the new shadow work journal comes out this month. The new archetype comes out, the new schedule, and the new full moon meditation and healing is on Saturday. So do not forget about that. All of the fun things. And remember, if you're someone who signs up for the audit, you book it for whatever time you want. And that's just the time that the audit will show up in your inbox. So you don't have to talk to me or be awake for it. You book it whenever you would like to. All right, Dink. Past life reading, huh? Can I come over there? I have to change this music. I'll distract myself. Hold on. I can't do... Oh, Libby, you the bomb, my friend. It's also Mike the Schlong Dealer's birthday today, so if you guys run into Captain Save-A-Ho, make sure you wish him a happy birthday. We'll talk about that later. Why do you feel like that? Hold on one second. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is this. Whatever lifetime this is has a direct correlation to something in your solar plexus. So I don't know what you're struggling to receive. I don't know what about your self-worth that you don't find worthy of receiving, but it directly connects to this lifetime. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is this. I've seen this before in a picture. I know I have. I couldn't tell you where it is. It's not the Taj Mahal, but it, God, I wish I could beam my third eyeball out because, hold on. I have to draw it because the other thing I need to get out of my mouth before I forget real quick is that white and red are really important. I need a pencil. So there's a, oh God. This is water. Okay, there's a walkway here. It's stones, but they're marble. They're like a white gray slate. Okay? So this is water. Okay. The steps to whatever this palace, there's more stone over here. There's like grass and shrubbery lined up here and over here. Okay? So walkway, water. Now, you walk up and you have one. This is going to be higher than the paper, but it's fine. Two. That one goes up there, but the top looks like this. Oh, Molly, hold on. I never said I was an artist. It has those dome, okay? Like one of the, like three of these, like these circular dome top things. 1, 2, 3. These two are shorter than the one in the middle. And then it has these really big stairs. Like, I feel like I am like going to see the Sultan. Like, that's the only thing I can say. It's really dry and humid here. I've asked 3 times where I am, and they've told me Saudi Arabia every single time. So we're just going to go with that. There is a cycle of power and control here. I'm just going to say it. You're definitely a woman in this lifetime. It's really funny to me because you have a pink dress on, but it's not a dress. It's a sari. Okay. It's a sari that you have, but it's like, it's pink. It's like fuchsia pink, but it's, the filigree is gold. It like, like, but it's pink. The other thing I find really funny is you don't have shoes on. So, okay, there's a soul cycle here of power and control, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. I am trying to figure out how you're related to this family situation here. I'm pretty sure this is your husband, but he has multiple wives. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't know how else to say this, but you're not very high on the wife totem pole. With that being said, there's a deep connection to nature. You go to it all the time to like escape. You like the biggest thing that I'm trying to take away from here, like to express, is you had everything monetarily in this lifetime. Like if somebody looked at you, they would say she has everything, she's great, but you are fucking miserable. Like if you could have lit this man on fire in his sleep, I think you would have. He was not very nice. There's 7 of you. I've seen 7 of you. So not like he has 7 wives. The other thing is that you very specifically have a son in this timeline. I just don't think he lived past his teenage years, because that's where it hard stops of me seeing him. Like I don't ever see him grown. So with this soul cycle of power and control, it's not letting people control everything you do. And what I'm supposed to specifically bring up about this is that you can have everything that you think will make you happy, and once you have it all, you'll still be unhappy if you don't fix here. There's something about the sun in this timeline. Hold on a second. Like I'm trying to figure out like if you were heliocentric in this lifetime, but like the sun continues to come up. Like continues. You really spent you did not leave this compound. Like I don't know how else to say that. You just spent all your time on this, and it's like a really pretty, like it's pretty here. Like I'm not saying it isn't, but it's like you can make a cage pretty and it's still a cage. You know? It can look a certain way, doesn't mean it feels that way. God. The other thing I want to say about your husband here is he reminds me of Jafar, but like beefier. Like he's like a beefy Jafar. He's not I don't like his eyeballs. Freak me out. There's nothing good back there. Red and white, really important. The other thing is I think your bright colors was like, I think the way that you wore bright colors was like malicious compliance. I also give the impression that it's like your one way to stand out against the grain. Because you felt very like when I see, it just looks like everyone makes you feel small in this timeline. Like you keep to yourself, you have a lot of opinions, you don't share them with anybody, and you just kind of assimilate and do what you're told and like what's expected of you, but you're miserable the whole time. And I gotta tell you, I don't think in this timeline that you, like there was ever a moment where you were like, I don't like this. I think it was just, this is the way it's gonna be and this is how it is. And you kind of just assimilated to it. I really think this is, I know exactly why they showed me this. So when I first clicked in here, they took me from your solar plexus to here. So what I'm going to say to you is I don't know how you are doing the same pattern in this timeline, but there's something to note from that. So there is a direct correlation to having to take your power back. And I think you're going to have to sit with your belly to figure it out. The last thing I'm supposed to tell you is you don't have to just accept things as they are because that's how they've always been. But I know that that can be a scary thing. So just don't, how do I say this? Hold on a second. Sorry, the King of Riddles has a lot to say. 1 second. Be vulnerable with yourself and start there. Because there's definitely something from this timeline. Like I can't tell if it's still like maybe a little bit stuck in here, but there's a genuine fear and there's something to do with him. I might be able to draw you his face because I think you've seen it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you've had, what you would say is like nightmares with this. His face is very unforgettable. Like very. The other thing is his eyes are like blue, but like they're killer blue. I don't know how else to say that. Most blue-eyed people have a certain energy pattern. His does not line up with his eyes. So it gives me the impression of like a snake. Like it looks one way, but it isn't. I don't know how else to say it. All right, I'm gonna cut out of here. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I need to Google 2 things. Hold on 1 second. I swear to God, I've seen that like in a picture. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Oh. There's a place in Saudi Arabia called, well, it was there, called Dian. I can't pronounce it. It's called the Marble Village, an ancient village in the Al-Baha region built on brilliant white marble mountain, known for its unique look and history. Throughout, the houses themselves are stone, not marble. And then hold on. Hold on. I want to show you guys. Oh, we have a name. Oh my God. Everybody stop. That's insanity. There you go. There you go. Just to it, that is That's crazy. He was the first king of Saudi Arabia. So I don't think it was the marble village. I'd say it was, but that's exactly whose face it is. Like, that's everything to a T. The only thing I can't zoom in on is his eyeballs. The family was exiled from their residence in 1890. He was not a good dude. Let me tell you something. Not good. I think you did. That's cray. I've never actually been able to see someone's face like that. Like, I've never been able to research them and then find who I was looking at. The other thing that I feel the need to say that I also think is really interesting is the white and red. White and red is apparently like a big thing. It is. Hi, Lucas. It is. It's so, I love doing this stuff. It's super fun. Like, it really... My God, he had 45 sons, bitch. 45 sons. 45. 45. Okay. $45. That's just sons. It literally says he fathered many children, including 45 sons. Every king from Saudi Arabia has been from his bloodline. He fathered many children, including 45 sons, and all of the subsequent kings of Saudi Arabia as of 2025. That's fucking crazy. Emily, if you would like a past life reading, I have a couple of options. They're 22 on live stream, or if you're someone who wants to go more in depth, I have them in private sessions, or I have them as reports. You can book a past life snapshot. Mike, I think they did, it was just herbalism. It was just the herbal kind, you know? That's wild. I don't think you were either. But here's the thing, because I'm going to forget it soon, so I just want to send a friendly reminder before I do. There are some timelines where we're going to not do any. Like, I don't know how else to say this kindly. There are some timelines where we're never going to pull our head out of our ass. Okay? I'm sure that you know plenty of people in this timeline who will forever stay miserable because they refuse to pull their head out of their ass. So please just know that there are definitely some timelines where we are probably going to be angry at ourselves for not doing something, but like we had to learn how it feels to not. Does that make sense? So just don't get stuck in it. That's crazy. 45 fucking kids. Just sons alone. How much you gonna be? Does it say he has 7 wives? Can we confirm? Hold on. I would like to know. How many? I feel like his name also means something. Hold on a second. Let's see. To the Google. How many wives? I'm sorry. He had 22. But some places suggest he had over 100. Because he frequently remarried. That's crazy. But okay. All right. I also would like to see. Huh. Wow. I guess so. You're not wrong. Holy. I wouldn't have time for any of that. None. I wish I could have drawn you a better picture of his place, but Dinky, I gotta be honest. I think the sun and the moon have to do with that. I want to look one more thing up. Think 1 second. Jack, you need to go meet what's his face, then Stowe. Sun. Hold on, I gotta Google this the right way. We'll go down that rabbit hole later. We'll chase that rabbit hole later. Okay. Well, Dink, thanks for letting me do your past life. That was fun. Is there anyone who hasn't had an oracle card yet who would like one? And then friendly reminder, if you're someone who's gotten a alignment audit, or if you book an alignment audit before the 10th of January, you're going to be entered into a waffle to get your soul design. So make sure you check them out. They're 33 doll hairs, and whatever time you book it for is the time that it shows up. The report shows up in your email, and if you would like to see what one of them looks like, I would be more than happy to pull one for you. You're welcome, Boothang. All right, I'm going to do Libby's, Dee's, Emily's, Tammy's. Okay. I already lost my train of thought there. Good go me. All right, Libby, let's see. Libby, this is the Elder, healing through the lineage. See what comes in, Claire. Someone's trying to talk to you. The Elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing change. He is an embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it is an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond limitations that have been placed upon you. If you have expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed on you by your family, it's important to know that they are here to create your own story. This card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. The freedom you claim is healing that lovingly supports your entire family constellation. Libby, that was a good one. Oh, Mike, I'm sure he was more of a nag than they were. I mean, he did sire 45 children. He didn't have to push them out. All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to D. This is the Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. It's important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you're rushing ahead or making a decision based on more fearful responses, you'll miss out on the growth you deserve. Take some time to calm down and breathe and get grounded before proceeding further. Relax and connect to your center. Then consider what to do. It's important to plant seeds that are going to grow into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed you have to deal with. Dee, that was fabulous. All right, Emily. Let's see. This is the drum, Dream and Journey. You are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surround you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What have you seen in your dreams and inner vision is not imagination but guidance, particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true. Know it and live it. Emily, beautiful. All right, Tammy, let's see what... The She-Wolf, this has been popular today. Unleash the wild within. You're being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or growth. The life you want is here. That was fabulous. Shakira. Lucas, do you want one? You're so welcome, Tammy. Oh, I hope everybody is having a beautiful Sunday. For some reason, I think it's Monday. I don't know why. But don't forget, if you are someone who would like past life readings, energy work, or spirit guide messages, they're $22 on live stream. Otherwise, feel free to go book the snapshots or an alignment audit. If you do the alignment audit, it's a vibe check and spirit guide messages. So go check it out. And also, if you book the alignment audit, you're entered into a waffle to win your soul design report. So that closes on the 10th of January. And then don't forget, tomorrow is movie night. Tuesday is my birthday, so we're doing an impromptu craft night. And then Wednesday is when... Nope, Thursday is when the Shadow Work Journal and the new archetype come out. Friday is the new podcast episode. And Saturday is the full moon meditation and energy work. Lucas, this is the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Let's see. Take some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. Hello, Red. You are a sensitive being, and if you're not prepared for the tasks you're taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So, have a strategy in place and let your guides support you as you move forward. Lucas, that was fabulous. Red, do you want an oracle card for the day, sir? I'd be happy to pull one for you. You are welcome, Lucas. You're twinning with Mike today, I think. We've had a lot of the same cards kind of pop out in a pattern today. All right, Red, let's see what we get. Shut up. Red, the theme is strong. It's the She-Wolf. Here, I'm going to read the beginning of it. This has been a popular one today. The She-Wolf represents a shamanic archetype, and this illustration is inspired by several cultures. Depicted as a half-wolf and half-woman, she's the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or in this case, the pack. They're wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. They encourage you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack, or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. The representation of the energy of the wilderness and the unknown encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within and track down what you need to do to express your true self. Red, that was fabulous. Hello, Victoria. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day wherever you may be. Oh, if you were someone who would like an oracle card, let me know. I'd be happy to pull one for you. And Amen, Red. I've actually been saying that the last couple of days. Fuck what anybody says. If they don't like it, well, I guess you got caught in the crossfires. Victoria, welcome in, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Emily, have you asked your guides about it? That's going to be one of my biggest suggestions. If you guys are having like a reoccurring dream, or if you're having a dream that you continue to like go through, there's usually a message that someone is trying to convey or something to learn from it. So feel free to ask questions too. And like I also tell people, if you're someone who struggles to remember your dreams, have a notebook like next to your bed so that when you wake up, say you wake up from a dream or whatever, and it's like, oh, I remember this, and write down as much as you can. Because as the day goes on, you probably won't remember shit. And then you can go research and look up a ton of stuff. Emily, how come? Usually when people tell me that, there's a self-limiting belief that they're holding themselves back from. Yes, Victoria, my friend. Let me see. This is the snake card. Shed old skin. All right, let's see. The energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time. If for some reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all of the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of your work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they'll be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. Oh my God. Victoria, that was a good one. Couple things. I'm not going to speak to that specific deity, but I will tell you that tricksters be tricking. So what? Okay, let me just explain. I know we have a couple of new people in here too, so if you've heard this speech before, I apologize, but I'm gonna give it again. So if you are new to coming in and hanging out with us, welcome. My name is Molly. I crawled out of the spiritual closet in February to start helping people bridge the gap between spiritual connection and genuine human connection. And what that is for me is helping you reconnect to yourself, because everybody wants to open their abilities without doing the work to clear the way for them, right? So I get a lot of people who come to me, whether we're doing classes or workshops, and they're like, I feel like I have these abilities, but I can't utilize them. And what it is you're trying to learn a new language, but if you don't clear the channel out, you're going to just be fighting upriver to get any of that information, right? Especially because learning to have these conversations is like learning a new language. So this is why I tell people a couple things. Having a spirit guide isn't just having the key to the lottery. Okay, it's not like you're just going to connect to your guide one day and you guys are going to be BFFs. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way in real life either. So if I met one of you today, we would not be best friends tomorrow. I wouldn't understand how you work. It would take me time to understand those things, right? Time in relationship. That's the same thing you're building with them up there. So I want you to imagine that your spirit guide is the Spanish teacher, and they'll only speak Spanish to you. And you have to sit there and build the relationship to start to learn Spanish. It takes time. You can't sit down one day and go, I'm going to do this today, and in a week, I'm going to be an expert. No, it doesn't work that way. The other thing people hate for me to tell you is this. A lot of people come into spirituality for there's two types of people that come into spirituality. I'm just going to call it what it is. The people who are trying to find purpose, and the people who didn't have a fucking choice and they wound up here because there was no other option. There wasn't any. There was it. I hope everybody knows. I didn't wake up one day and it's like, I want to do this. No, bitch. God was like, here you go. This is your job. Here. You want to fight it or do you want to do it? Here you go. It didn't work that way. So a lot of times people come into spirituality, right, because they're dealing with something and they want to avoid it. So they're going to jump into it. Okay. One thing I'll say, if you see an abusive man who becomes a Christian, pay attention to that. That's all I'm going to say. That's my hot take of the day. So if you are trying to come in here to say, I want to connect to my guides, I want to connect to my grandmother, because once I do this, my life will fix itself. No, it fucking won't. If anything, you're going to hurt your feelings, because your grandmother is going to tell you the truth, right? Kind, supportive, but they're going to tell you things that you don't want to hear. The same way I do it. When I do energy work for people, I tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. I can't tell you how many times I've done energy work, people want to fight me on what I see. I'm not doing it to judge you. I'm doing it to help you. It's what you paid me to do. If you want to fight me about it, I can't, like, that's on you. But all you're doing is stalling the process. So what I want to tell you is this. If you're someone, everybody can do this, okay? There is not one person in the world who can't do mediumship. There is not one person in the world who can't do energy work. You are holding the belief that I'm for some reason better than you and that you can't do it. Why? I don't know. The only thing I can say that I did before you was pull my head out of my ass. That's all. And it's just that I'm where I'm supposed to be, just like you're where you're supposed to be on your journey, right? You're not behind and you're not too far ahead. You're right where you're supposed to be. So what I'm going to tell you is, if you're someone who's like, wow, Molly, I really want to start doing these things, that's cool. You can. You're going to have to build a relationship with yourself first. And if you are not willing to commit to doing that, you will not commit up there. That's one of the questions someone asked me, and it's forever stuck with me. Someone asked me in a workshop how I started doing past life readings. And I didn't try to do past life readings for somebody else. The way that I started doing past life readings was this. I wanted to look at my own shit because I had some questions. And so I would sit down to go try to figure that out. And I would always wind up at the same place with the same being. And for a month, he wouldn't acknowledge me. Okay? I don't know what else to tell people to that. Like, for a month, he wouldn't acknowledge me. He wouldn't. I would show up there and sometimes he would go like this. To know, so I would know, okay? He saw me. He knew I was there. He knew it. But he wouldn't give me the time of day. He wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't say anything. And let me tell you something. There were a couple of days where I stood in front of him and I threw a little bit of a tantrum. Because I was like, excuse you. Like, do you know how rude this is? Like, hello. I would just like to talk to you for a minute. And what I realized is that I had to keep going. Okay. And I kept going because I don't like to quit. I am not a quitter. So if I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm going to keep at it. I will never be like, well, guess that's impossible, because it isn't. There is nothing that's impossible. If anything, you're just going to light a fire under my butt cheek to get me to do it more. So I got to tell you, I went back to him for a month until the first time he spoke to me. And the reason, because I asked, I said, what is that about? And the reason is that I have a really bad habit of giving up on myself. Okay. So I had to prove to myself and to him that I wasn't going to do that. And I didn't. And that wasn't a lesson. I just was doing it for my own, like, I didn't want to quit. But what it was is I didn't want to quit on myself. So someone asked me, they're like, why did you keep going back? That's why. Because I knew it wasn't impossible. I knew that eventually I would get the right point across, but I wasn't just going to give up. And so what I've noticed is a lot of people just want the reading. They don't want the ritual. There are so many people who they just want me to do the past life for them. When I look at them and say, you can learn how to do it, you just do it. You're better than me. You just do it. That's limiting beliefs. And so that's why I try to tell everybody, if you're struggling with something and you tell yourself, I can't do it, you are the barrier. People hate me when I say this, but we create our own reality. We create it ourselves. You can have people tell you mean, terrible things all day. You can either make the decision to keep going, or you can make the decision to let it affect you. But it's your decision. No one has power over you unless you give it to them. Nobody. So really, is it cool to be a medium and do all these things? Sometimes, but I have to tell you another story. It doesn't fix anything. I think some people think that if I just had this connection to spirit, I could turn back time. I knew my father was going to die a month before he died. There was nothing I could do. Nothing. Nothing. And then you know what happened? He died. And my mother went, Molly. And I said, don't. Nothing. What can I do? I told you it was going to happen. I fucking told you that was going to happen. But listen, there's nothing I can do. That is why shadow work is so important. Okay. And I'm going to give you this as a prime example. Say that you're someone who hasn't done your shadow work. You're still dealing with all this trauma. You're still dealing with all this stuff. Say one of your ancestors comes to see you and says, hey, I have to tell you something. Your dad gonna be gone. He's gonna go. He's gonna leave soon. There's nothing we can do. If you are someone who is not healed, you are still dealing with your trauma, you're still dealing with all these things, that could cause you to go into a catastrophic spiral. Or better yet, hear me out. You start sounding the alarm, okay? So-and-so's gonna die. So-and-so's gonna die. Oh my God, so-and-so's gonna die. No one believes you. They all tell you you're crazy. And then a month later, it happens anyway. So the reason I tell people that shadow work is so fucking important is because it is. If you are not ready to deal with your own things here on the physical plane, you are not gonna fucking deal with it up there. You're not. I'm gonna give you another example. I had a reading in here. I was doing a reading for a woman in here one day. She wanted me to talk to her mom. So I brought her mom into my tree house, okay? And her dad popped in and was a douche nozzle. So the first thing I had to say to her is, was your dad abusive to your mom when they were here? And she's like, oh my God, yeah. So here's the thing. I had to deal with a DV incident up in my treehouse, which that's a trigger for me. So if I hadn't healed through that, and if I hadn't worked through that, I would have caused a ton of harm to that person I was doing the reading to. And 2, I couldn't have finished the reading. But because I had processed through that trauma, I was able to get my gatekeeper guides in. This is how I learned about a trap door, by the way, if you've been around that long. This is how I learned that your treehouse needs a trap door. So I was able to have one of my gatekeeper guides. I got goosebumps. Do you guys see that? I was able to get one of my gatekeeper guides to come in and move him out. And then I was able to continue the reading with her mom. But if I froze and reacted out of my own trauma, that would have been gonzo. So it's why I tell people, oh, thank you, Lucas. It's true. It's one of the things I try to tell people. I think people think spirituality is an aesthetic thing. It isn't. It isn't. Do you know how hard it was to not text my dad and say, hey, are you sad? Can I help? Is there anything I can do? But if I had texted him that, you know what he would have said to me? Bye, crazy lady. I'm fine. So I hope you all know that you can't use spirituality as a fucking avoidance tactic. You can't. It will catch up to you. You will lose steam. It will hurt you. I don't know how else to say that. Hold on, explain gatekeeper guide. So if you're someone who does this work, you do your own spiritual work, you do your own magical work, you should always have energetic protections and protections from your guides in place. So I teach this. If you're someone who has ever taken Ether 101, you've taken Mediumship 101, this is like my very first basis. You should not be doing anything spiritual, anything like that, unless you're protecting yourself energetically and you're utilizing your guides to protect you. Also, you shouldn't be going on any astral travel adventures without a babysitter, aka one of your gatekeeper guides, especially in the beginning. So my recommendation for people is this, and I say it all the time. If you are someone who wants to start getting into this, You need to start by building a relationship with yourself. And I teach that in Ether 101. All of my classes are $22 a class because I don't think this stuff should be gate kept. I think this is basic safety. Call me spiritual OSHA. But I have to tell you something. There are a lot of mediums on this app who don't energetically protect themselves, who are not talking to who they think they're talking to. But they think that they're doing great things, but they're working from their ego. It's the same where you have energy practitioners that don't protect themselves and they take on everybody else's shit, or they're coming into your energy bringing a bunch of other people's shit because there's no protections in place. What can happen if you go, a lot of things. You can bring somebody home. You can have a really bad experience. You can get something energetically attached to you. Ask Ken that question. Mike, Ken would be grateful to answer that question for you, I'm sure. I'm sure he would be happy to. So, I just hope you all know that I do this because spirituality doesn't give you the answers. It gives you the roadmap to understanding who you are as a person. It helps you deconstruct all the things that you've been taught about yourself, and it helps you learn about you from your viewpoint. So that's why one of my big things is I push the soul designs and stuff, because being able to learn who we are and why we are helps pull back some of the shame and guilt around why we do certain things. And so if you are someone who wants to start doing these things, my very bare bones basic is this. I have a bunch of YouTube videos. One of my YouTube videos that's available is to meet your spirit guides, your soul family, and your healed ancestors. It's like a 20-minute meditation. You can do it whenever you want. If you're someone who wants to take classes, you want to take like Ether 101 or something, they're all in the Patreon. They're all available whenever you want. I do live workshops. We're going to do one next month. And then I also do live guided meditations as well in the Patreon. So there is I try to give opportunities in a ton of places is like the best way I can say it. I try to make this available for everybody because being energetically safe is a human right, in my opinion. So if you are someone who is talking to your ancestors, you're talking to your guides, you're trying to do these things, make sure that you have a protection ritual built in for yourself. And also make sure you have a safe space to have these conversations, like your treehouse or wherever it may be, and that you're strategically setting things up to protect yourself. Those are like the best suggestions I can give everybody. You're welcome, Butterfly. I'm glad you were able to come hang out with us. Feel free to come join us in the Discord, all the things, truthfully. So here's my next question. I used to go to my trauma castle, so I get it. I haven't gone there in a very long time. Shadow work. So here's my question. Is there anyone who's been waiting for me to stop rambling so they can get an oracle card? I would be happy to pull it for you. If you're someone who has a question about the alignment audit, I would be happy to answer it for you. Bye, Monica. Have a good day. And then I also would like to remind you that if you are someone who has purchased an alignment audit or you purchase one before January 10th, you will be entered into a waffle to get your soul design report done. And if you would like to see what the alignment audit looks like, I'd be happy to show it to you. It's $33, and you would just book it for whatever time works for you, and that's when the report winds up in your email. All right, Butterfly, let's see. Oh, that was a doozy. Left or right, Butterfly? Left or right? This is the warrior card. Be fearless and stand strong. The closest extraterrestrials that are, in my experience, that are related to dolphins are the Mintonkins, but I've never seen them appear as a dolphin. All right, let's see. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. Whenever you feel fear, you're on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that's going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that has been unsettling you, know that you're being guided to call up your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. If you're looking for a spirit guide reading, like what messages are from your prominent messages from your spirit guide, it's 22 in the live stream, or if you book an alignment audit, it's 33. And you also get an energy reading in the same thing. Butterfly, that was a good card, my friend. Luna, would you like an oracle card too? I'd be happy to pull one for you. You are very welcome. Still feels like Monday. I almost said happy Monday. I had to remind myself it is not Monday. All right, Luna, let's see. This is also the warrior card. Be fearless and stand strong. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. Whenever you feel fear, you're on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that's going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you're being guided to call up your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. Hi, Peggy. How are you? That was also a good one. Da, da, da. So, here are my reminders for the day. If you're wondering what that alignment audit is that I won't shut the fuck up about, it's because I have fun doing them, to be honest with you. And they also look like this. Jack, thank you. They look like this. They say what is in your current energy, what your spirit guides would like you to know. And then there is a ritual that I put together for you to do going into 2026. It is 33 doll hairs. Whatever time you book it for is the time that the PDF will show up in your email. Thank you for the heart puffs. And also, if you're someone who books one of those alignment audits, they're between when they started and January 10th, you're entered into a waffle to win your soul design report. So that will be announced on the 11th, but the audit is available until the 10th of January. And so then tomorrow is movie night. Tuesday is craft night for my birthday. Thursday, the new Shadow Work Journal and the new Archetype come out in the Patreon. The new podcast episode comes out on Friday. And the full moon meditation and healing is on Saturday in the Patreon as well. Do, 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 do. Is there anyone who hasn't had an oracle card yet who would like one? Feel free to come hang out with us, Cheryl. That's for anybody. Whether you want to come hang out with us in the Discord, Patreon, wherever. Ember's also on a 7-day free trial. All right, Susie, let's see. I'm going to take you in 1 minute, I promise. This is the Great Teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. This is a community of amazing people. So I feel like being present is part of being in the community. So that's something I really love about this is everyone who's present and like working on themselves and building community. I mean, every now and then you'll have people who will build and then go do their own thing and not return, and that's okay. I wish everybody the best, but our big thing around here is presence, engagement, and just supporting each other. All right, hold on. I forgot the freaking alphabet again. Oh my goodness. Ha, found it. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you've dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You're having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There's a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. LP, thanks for the share. That was a good one. Okay, is there anyone who hasn't had one of these? Is there anyone who has questions for me about past life readings, energy readings, the alignment audit, any of the things? I would be happy to answer them for you. You are very, very welcome. Welcome in, Sarah. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. I just threw cards all over the place. Okay, you know what we can do? Let's do another past life reading. Let's just do one more. Because I don't know if I'm going to come back on butterfly. Took the words right out of my mouth. Let's do another one. Just for shits and gigs. And because yeah, I don't know if I'm going to come back online yet or not. So let's at least do one more just in case. All right. I'm going to do the number game. Okay. So if you are someone who is new here, when I do the number game, what this means is that I am going to pick a number between 1 and 30. If you are someone who is interested in receiving this past life reading, that means that you are going to guess the number between 1 and 30. Keep guessing until it's been guessed. Also, don't just guess once and then stop. That's the other thing. So, I'm about to put a number between 1 and 30. And if you are someone who is interested in a past life reading, feel free to start guessing right now. Between 1 and 30. Oh, someone got it. I think it's Emily. Yep, it's Emily. Congratulations. Emily got it in 14 seconds. Get it, girl. Okay. All right, Emily, do I have your permission to come over and visit? Okay. Emily, do you have a hard time expressing your feelings? Do you also struggle with feelings of loneliness and sadness? It gives me like grief of someone who's still here, but like you don't have contact with them anymore. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to tell you when I got in here was that it's really dry. Like arid dry. Like, it's also the sand is like terracotta colored. And the first thing I noticed was that we're like kind of in the, it kind of gives me the impression that I came in during a sandstorm, but there was only one person out here. And then when I dig further, so you're a man in this lifetime, and there's some kind of traveling aspect. Like, I almost want to say like you traveled with a group of people, but I don't think it was out of your own volition, if you get what I'm throwing down. The other thing is that it looks like you, this is like, like old, like Turkey, Egypt. Like you consistently are traveling to all of these different places. There's a soul cycle of power and control here. I just want to put that out there real quick. I think that's why sometimes you struggle with a helplessness that you don't understand. And I think there's sometimes a powerlessness that you don't quite understand. And this is one of the places it comes from. I get the impression your family life wasn't super great. And that's how we got into the situation that you're currently in. The other thing I want to say too is that I also get the impression that you passed earlier in this lifetime than normal. And I just get the impression it's like not so much disease, but like your body just like of exhaustion almost. So the other thing I feel the need to say, because I just got a kick in the gut as a reminder, is in this lifetime you had no power. It was freely given. It was never tried to come back. And the other thing is I think in this lifetime there are certain people that you have and do give your power away to. And I think it's where it's the people who have told you not to believe yourself. In this lifetime that I'm looking at, you were so disconnected from your intuition. And I think it still transpires into this lifetime where you feel just a disconnect. So there's definitely some stuff to do around that. Because when I go to the next soul cycle, it connects right into your solar plexus again. And it goes to worthiness. I also wouldn't be surprised if you like water. I know that's a really random thing, but it looks like the only time in this lifetime that you found peace was when you spent time around water in like ports. Like I'm able to see one very vivid image of you guys going to this port, and it's like kind of, it's lit up. It's not lights. It's like lamps and fire and stuff. But it like lights up this cove where you guys traveled a lot, and it was one of your favorite places to go because it looks like you were able to go to the water. I also wouldn't be surprised if you're a big fan of cats. I don't really need to tell you any more about this lifetime because it's, what I am going to tell you is this. I wouldn't be surprised if you're someone who struggles with some belly issues and lower back pain. I wouldn't be surprised if you get random bouts of nausea that you don't know where it comes from, especially early in the morning. What I'm going to tell you is this. The only reason you feel cut off is because there is a pre-existing belief that is making you feel that way. I get the impression that it may be stemmed from like parents, like that your beliefs aren't important, or the things you do and the things you're interested in are dumb, but they're not. So that is you taking your power back to understanding what things are meant and important for you versus what other people think of them. So if I can suggest anything to you, it would be to start doing some work around your solar plexus. Truthfully, I would start digging into opening up your solar plexus, some shadow work you can do around your solar plexus. Emily, and I think it will help you start to feel more open and connected, if that makes sense. Jack. Ugh. Emily, do you struggle with headaches? Do you practice basic energy stuff like grounding, shielding, cutting your cords? Those are good. That's like my next thing is look into doing some work around your solar plexus, but I would also start, whether you're just, you find like a YouTube or something to run you through like grounding yourself, and trying to build that intentionally every day. I think that would help you open up some of those channels that you feel are closed. Okay. Okay. Emily, thanks for letting me come visit your energy, my friend. Okay, so I have to go take Jack out, because he's gonna fight me if I don't. So what I would like to remind you of is this: if you are someone who would like to know what is in your energy, what your spirit guides would like you to know, feel free to go grab an alignment audit. They are 33 doll hairs. They look like this. It tells you what's in your energy, what your spirit guides want you to know, and then puts together a ritual for you, based on what I found in the top two portions. Whatever time you book the alignment audit for is the time that it winds up in your email. So book it for whatever you would like. And if you're someone who has booked an alignment audit, you are entered into a waffle to win your soul design report. So those are available now until the 10th of January. Do not forget, tomorrow is movie night in the Discord. It's Venom. Tuesday is my birthday, so we're going to just hang out. We have a craft night in the Discord. We're going to eat cake and just talk shit, so feel free to come do that. Thursday is when the new shadow work journal comes out in the Patreon. The new archetype comes out in the Patreon. The new podcast episode comes out on Friday. And the full moon guided meditation and energy work is live on the Patreon on Saturday. So those are all of the things that are coming down the pipeline for this week. So thank you, Rebecca. Biatch, how are you feeling? Do you feel better? I'm going to pull Rebecca's. Rebecca and I did some energy work yesterday for her sickness over in the Patreon. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull Rebecca's card and then I'm running away. I haven't decided if I'm going to come back tonight or not, to be honest with you. I don't know. I might or I might not, but I'll be around tomorrow. So don't forget, you can book readings and rituals 24 hours a day. You can also do energy work and guided meditations 24 hours a day over in Patreon. This is funny. Rebecca, this is the medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. Let's see. Oh, no, wrong one. Hold on. There's a medicine mother and a medicine guardian. So I want to make sure I get the... There is an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you would like to be. You already know the answers, and you know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you're being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you more courage to move forward. Take one step, and when you do, the next will be presented to you. All right, Rebecca, that was beautiful. I'm glad you're feeling better today. Glad. I hope you were able to get some tea too. Okay, so come hang out with us in the Discord. Come hang out with us in the Patreon. If you are someone who got an alignment audit, you are automatically entered to get your soul design and a waffle. And the alignment audits are available until January 10th. So do not forget. And if you're someone who really likes past life readings, I have a past life snapshot available. And basically what it is I sit down and I go through a bunch of your lives and I document them. And then I send you a PDF with all the things that I found in a couple of your past lives. So feel free to go check that out too. It's all in the private booking link. And also we're going to be doing a workshop in January to help teach people how to walk energy lines and how to look through somebody's third eyeball. So that is what we are going to do for the next workshop. So if you are someone who wants to know how to walk energy lines and you want to know how you can look through someone's third eye, come hang out with us for the workshop in January, because that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going because Jack is about to fight